a man's power comes from his ability to be calm. Nowadays, I see so many people aren't able to be calm in any situation. When you lack calmness, you are reactive instead of observant. Think about people when you are talking with them, they don't let you really talk, they don't really observe. They are just reactive all the time. They always have to prove their point. They are always there and reacting. It's so fucking frustrating. You like, I don't wanna do this anymore. You take bad decisions. Think about an argument you have. If you aren't able to be calm, you easily get over emotional and you say some stuff you regret afterwards. In any situation, if you're not able to be calm and you let your emotions decide for yourself, sometimes it's a good decision, but for the majority of the time, it's a bad decision you will regret afterwards. You let others control you. When you are the calm one and the other people are all over the place and over emotional, if you are just sitting there and you are able to be calm and really observe and listen to what they say, you can easily control the other person because he's like, what? Why is he so fucking calm? I am so emotional. I am so angry. Why is he so calm? And he and they will get angry at you because you are so calm. They will get even more emotional just because you are standing there and you are just so fucking calm. This will like irritate people. If you aren't able to be calm, you will never be respected. Will you respect a person over emotional? And as I said before, in a conversation always has to prove his point. Do you really respect that person? No, you don't, because he first of all isn't respecting you. He's always there reacting to what you are saying. So if you can just be calm and listen to what they say, they will respect you more. You aren't able to see clear because sometimes if you are over emotional, you are not calm, you can understand some situations in a wrong way. It happens to me many times. I understood many situations wrong because I was emotional. I wasn't calm and able to see clear with just thinking. And as you can see here, you cannot see the truth in a state of anger. I think I don't have to explain that. I think we all can remember one time where we was angry and we didn't see the truth. So I'm gonna tell you a personal story, an argument that taught me everything really about how important being calm is. For the first time really I saw the importance of being calm in an argument. So I had this stupid argument about some public keys with this lady, and there were also many other people around the table. For the whole time I remained completely calm. I was just calm there because I already knew what kind of person she was, over emotional and always reactive. So she kept talking, she was always talking, 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 and I said one thing. She went like fucking crazy because I was there, I was calm, and she doubled his anger. She couldn't see the clear point of the conversation. She always wanted to just prove his point. She was all over the place, and I understood there was no point in arguing with her. I had two friends nearby me. They kept arguing with her, and I just stood there so calmly and just observed how they was arguing with her, how she was reacting to every point, and it was so crazy how she overreacted to everything. She wasn't observing the anger she had inside of her, didn't let her see the truth in that conversation, in that, and that frustrated like everybody around her, and everybody thought she was crazy. And this is why it's so important to be calm. Even if I was wrong and we started the conversation, now she was the fool, I was the calm chill guy just sitting there. I understood there was no point to argue, and I was just able to be calm, to sit there, let her talk, and get her even more angry because I was saying nothing, and I just was just being there, sitting calmly. And in these situations, weak people will reveal everything about themselves when they lose control. She lost control over her emotions, and we also what kind of person she was because she completely lost control. She just said everything he, she was thinking. This is really why calmness is a superpower, especially as a man. For a girl, it's a little bit more complicated to be calm because it's in his nature. Women are a little bit more emotional, but for a man, I think it's essential to be calm and to really understand the power behind it. It's man's greatest weapon. It makes you unpredictable because you are calm, you don't have to prove your point. People around you don't really understand what you are thinking about. They don't really understand how you will react to this situation. They just know you are fucking calm. You will react calmly. But they don't really know what you are thinking. They don't really know what is your next step because you're always able to be calm and it makes you unpredictable. It protects your energy. Think about in that conversation I had with this woman, how I protected my energy. I was calm. I understood there was no point for me to arguing with this person. So I protected my energy. I understood there was no point of wasting my energy arguing with this person. She didn't protect his energy. She gave it all out. She gave all her energy and she lost it. I was in charge. I had power. I protected my energy. And it's important to know when to protect your energy. Your words become more valuable because when you don't always have to prove your point, when you say something, people are used that you don't say something. They are like, you are this quiet man, this calm man who don't really talk much. When you talk, they all want to listen because they are like, oh, he's talking. What is he talking about? All around you will listen to you and it makes your words more valuable, really easy to understand. You have no need to prove yourself in conversations. When people are talking about some shit, your ability to just sit there in silence with yourself and to be calm makes you powerful because you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to say anything. You don't need to say what you think about that. You become an observer instead of a reactor. You can just be calm and see around yourself what is going on. Observe how the people are reacting around you instead of reacting and be all over the place and over emotional. You can see what is happening around you. If you are calm and composed, you can really observe what is happening around you and understand. You can easily control your emotions and thoughts when you are calm. When you're over emotional, you can do that. You just get all over the place. You say stupid stuff. You don't think about what you are saying. You don't take time to think, okay, maybe this is wrong, maybe he's right. You just let it all out and talk and talk and talk. And the last point is that people get uncomfortable when you are so calm and so able to sit in silence and be so calm. That argument I have, how uncomfortable she felt at seeing me so calmly. If you watch the movie like Scarface, you can really see how most of the time he's so calm, he's so chill, and he can really control the state in mind of other people that are around him because he's so calm. He already know how they will react. Even if you watch the Peaky Blinders, same thing. You just see how calm he is, how he's always like calm and really thinking about, okay, what is my next move? He really understands the people that are around him. He understands the power that he has when he is silent, when to talk. I really recommend you watching the movie Scarface, and if you have the time to watch the Peaky Blinders and really see how calm and cool he is all the time. So how can we develop a calm mind? The 10 steps I took to to become more calm, because I was younger, I wasn't calm. I was emotional and all over the place. So the first thing you want to do is practice sitting in silence daily. So I made a video about silence. Go watch that to really understand what I mean with that. The second thing is meditation or breath work. Start to meditate 10 minutes a day. You need to sit down with no distractions. You need to really concentrate on your breathing, and you really have to be calm. Just be calm and breathe and do breath work. Also, Wim Hof breath work really works to calm yourself down. Maybe you have some anxious moment, you can just do a breath work and really calm yourself. If you get used to meditations, just the 1 second when you have a problem, you stop and you're like, just understanding when to take a deep breath makes you like 10 times more calm. Read books. I never read books in my life. About 2 years ago, I started reading them. And the first books I read was really difficult for me because I wasn't able to be calm. I wasn't able to just have a clear mind. I read 2, 3 pages. I was like, what did I just read? I couldn't remember it because I wasn't calm. So it really taught me to be calm. You can read calm and slowly. Number 4, become an observer of the world. Start to really observe what is happening around yourself. Observe how you are reacting to things. Observe when you're with the car and sitting in traffic. Observe how you react to this situation. Are you getting angry because the light is red and you are on hurry? Really start to observe everything around you. Start observe how the people are reacting. Start observing how people you don't know are just moving themselves in this world. You will start to understand so much about people if you just become an observer of the world and of yourself. Number 5 is the so what mindset. When something happens to you, when you are sitting in traffic and you are already 5 minutes late, so what? So what? You are already 5 minutes late. If you are getting angry, will this change that you are 5 minutes late? No, you are 5 minutes late. So what? What is the point by getting angry, getting in rush, getting all over emotional? You are already 5 minutes late. So what? Who gives a fuck? I'm 5 minutes late. Just be cool with that. It's your fault. You had to start 10 minutes before. Acknowledge that. And then, so what? Number 6 is the next time you have an argument or you're just talking with some people, take a moment to think before you speak. Maybe they ask you a question. Your inability to just be silent is always stopping you from just taking a moment to think. Maybe somebody asks you something, just take 10 seconds, 15 seconds to really think about it, and then you speak. You have to make a decision, buying something, or just in general about your life. Just take a fucking moment and think about it. Number 7, what I really enjoy doing is just spend more time in nature. Just go out, see the birds singing, the wind blowing, just seeing the nature. This is one of my favorite things. When you get used to that, when you get used to just sit in silence, don't have to distract yourself all the time. You just become so calm, and spending time in nature becomes like a luxury stuff because you get just so calm, and it really gives you more energy afterwards. Number 8 will be journal. Maybe you don't have a calm mind because you are always overthinking stuff. You're always trying to escape and distract yourself. So just start to journal every morning or even before you go into bed. If you know you're already overthinking, just take a pen and paper and write down what you will think about. And you will see how much calmer you are afterwards because you just get it all out of your mind. Afterwards, what I will do sometimes is I will read what I was writing and I will be like, what the fuck was I even thinking about? Number 9 is ice baths or cold showers. When you first start doing that or your first time trying it, you got in there and you're like, oh fuck, this is cold. And this happens when you're not able to be calm, because to sit in an ice bath and in a cold shower, you really have to be calm. You really have to control your breathing, and being able to control your breathing, you have to be calm. When you are able to be calm, you go in there, yeah, it's cold, but you don't like, you are able to sit in there for 5 minutes and be so calm once you get used to that. And number 10 obviously is have arguments. How could I learn to be calm in an argument? I had to have many arguments. So really, what is making you a calmer person is just putting in the reps, having arguments, putting in action all these steps. If this video helped you, I really appreciate you if you subscribe. You can also go on Instagram and check out what kind of content I'm posting there. And see you in the next one. Shani!